All right, let's see about planting some flowers. So what we have, that's bucket 1 of 4 that we got clearance price, 75% off at Lowe's. We're talking irises, tulips, daffodils, the whole batch, everything your spring color was 75% off, and it's chancy because it's been sitting on the shelves. It might be dried out. It might be at this point, you know, not good anymore. But we'll see. Caroline, hey, stop throwing my dirt out of the bed. But anyway, we snatched them up because they were super cheap, and we like flowers. Here, some of what I've got here. These were some I bought back in the fall, daffodils, and just planted them all up in here just so I didn't know where else to put them. So they're kind of starting to sprout. Here's where I transplanted a bunch of irises from the front flower bed. I haven't seen them sprouting yet, but the ones out in the front flower bed aren't sprouting yet either. My daffodils out front are actually already blooming, so these are a little behind, but I gotta try to get these things in the ground. So what I'm gonna do is, I've just dug down about 4 inches in the bed here, and I'm just gonna lay all the bulbs out in just like almost a solid pattern, and then just cover them back over with dirt, and hopefully that'll be enough to at least get them healed in so that they don't just dry out in the packages. So let's work on that and see how it looks along the way. Okay, so here's part 1. I've got all the lilies and all the irises because these are absolutely our favorite. So I swapped out buckets, but I got them sorted. These are, I love these flowers, absolutely love them. They're beautiful flowers, and they're actually really, really close to what my wife and I's wedding flowers are. So if we could get some of these to establish and be able to have our own bed of them, I think that would just be really nice. I think we'd be really happy to have those just all around the house to kind of a nice reminder. So anyway, we're going to start tearing them open and just laying them out in here in the bed, and then we'll cover them over. Okay, so there's all the real fancy lilies. Some of them are already covered over here. My daughter's been throwing dirt on top of them. But I'm actually doing this for reference for myself too, just so you guys know. So I'll remember I planted all the fancy lilies here. So if they don't sprout, or if they do sprout and then they don't bloom or something like that, I kind of know what's here. So these are all the fancy lilies. Next we're going to do all of the bearded iris, and then we'll do all of the Dutch iris. I think that was all the iris that I have. The Dutch iris, man, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of bulbs in my bag, so that's good. So let's do all the bearded iris over there, and then all the Dutch iris in here and back. Okay, so there's the bearded iris over there. All the Dutch iris in here look just like onion sets. I'm not going to even go through and stand them all up. I know you're supposed to put them root down, but these things will figure it out. They know which way's up. So I'm just going to spread them all out in the bed like that. And like I said, the whole purpose here is just healing them in. I don't expect this to be a decorative flower bed. This is just to plant them so they don't dry out in the packages and go bad in storage. So just wanting to get them in the ground here and you know, let them put some roots down, and then we'll dig them up and transplant them later. All right, so these are all crocuses. These are hyacinths. And then we've got a couple bags that are these fragrant collection, and I have a few that are a color collection. The fragrant collection is more hyacinth and whatever that is, Muscari armeniacum, I don't know, whatever. You can obviously see the hyacinth bulbs in there, and then there's some other little ones that are, I guess, that other oddball one, but we're just going to put them all together. And then the color collection has some, oh, there's another fragrant collection that's got tulip and more hyacinth, and then of course there's some other just tulips. So we're just going to dump them all in here and see what happens. Last but not least is daffodils, which all in here was daffodils too. There's gobs of them. They're a dime a dozen on these things, you know, but I like daffodils, so that's fine. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to comment on this video or watch it or get irritated and say, oh, you're doing it wrong and you should have spaced them all out more. I know that. I completely know and understand that. What I'm doing is I am late. I'm behind the season. So I'm just trying to get these things all buried up because they're not going to last in these bags sitting on the shelf. They're going to dry out. They're going to just eventually kind of self-implode, and then they're never going to be any good. So my hope at this point is just bury them all up. You know what? Hey, if 50% of them sprout, I got them for 75% off. So I'm still money ahead, right? That's quick math, by the way. So anyway, I'm just trying to get them buried up so that hopefully they don't just go completely to waste. So we'll get these covered up and take my daughter inside because she got herself soaking wet and now she's mad about it. Anyway, that's what I'm doing.